Put our picture on, please. Thank you.
We'll give it a couple more minutes and see
But
if
we like
anybody
seeing
else is going to
everybody's
show up. But I hope in
face.
the meantime, if you, Hamels, do you guys have your Shabbat candles and your
We
grape juice and
do,
your
we do, but we don't keep them real close to here because Louis can get them. So when it's time,
Okay. If there's anything that you have that's ready and being to be able to show for the We Sing Shabbat song.
Everything's ready.
Everything's ready. Okay.
Yay.
We've got Abby, I think, coming in.
Hi, Louie.
Hi, Abby. Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, Abby.
Good to
Hi,
see
Emily.
you. So we were just talking about who's gonna. Hi, Louie. Louie's at the keyboard.
Yeah.
We were just talking about getting the candles and the challah and the grape juice ready, so you're ready to go for the special song we do. So do you guys have those things nearby?
Yes.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
And
Right.
we should probably explain why a certain somebody is not here this evening. Do you want to do
Oh,
that,
I suppose
Peter?
we should. So, as you guys know, Rabbi would normally be here, and he loves being here with you guys. He is a little bit preoccupied with figuring out the logistics, getting ready for the first in-person Shabbat service tonight, and I am not going to be there in person for that service tonight, so I get to be here with you all. So I'm excited. So I guess we'll get started. We're going to start with one of our favorite Shabbat songs. Do we remember our bims and bombs? You guys are ready to add your bims and bombs? I can't do it when I'm playing guitar. So make sure you're showing up the bims and bombs. We're going to bring in Shabbat together. All right, good. Let's see it. Great bims and bombs, everybody. All right. So for our next song to bring in Shabbat, we're gonna sing together Hine Matov. How good it is and how pleasant for us to dwell here together. So please join me, Hine Matov. Hine Matov שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידה דה 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 שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדדדדדדי, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדדדדדדי, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Oh, I love seeing everybody's faces here on the screen. Okay, so I know one of your favorite songs is coming up. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. So in order to do this one, I'm going to need volunteers. Okay, so for the first thing we need is someone to show off their candles, for lighting candles. Do we have a volunteer for that one?
We can do
Yeah,
that.
Seltzer family, you guys want to show off your candles for that one? Great. Then we need a volunteer for the grape juice. Somebody want to show off their grape juice? Somebody different? Yeah, the Hamill family going to show off your grape juice? Okay, so somebody else to show off their challah. Does anybody else have challah to show off? Garlic family, you guys got challah? Awesome. All right. So, wonderful. I love that football pass. The challah, that was great. Okay, so with that, we're going to get ready to do all the Shabbat rituals that we love. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All right, so Seltzer family, if you would, show off your candles.
Whoops.
And everybody else is going to show off their candles too. That's fine. We'll take a look at the Seltzer. Yep, there we go. We got those candles. So we're getting ready to light them and bless them. So go ahead if you want to light those candles. Beautiful. Those look great. All right. So Lechad Lichner Shel Shabbat. Let's do it. Lechad Lichner Shel Shabbat. We bless the Sabbath lights. Lechad Lichner Shel Shabbat. We bless the Sabbath lights. Thank you. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So next we've got the grape juice, and I think, let's see, who the Hamill family was going to show off the grape juice. Yes. So let's spotlight you guys. We've got the grape juice, so we're going to bless it. Borei peri hagafen. We bless the Sabbath grape juice. Borei peri hagafen. We bless the Sabbath grape juice. And I love how you showed sharing. That's a beautiful part of Shabbat, sharing too. Thank you. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And now we've got the challah and the garlic family. You're going to show off your challah. And if anybody else wants to show off your challah, you're welcome to do so too. Getting ready to bless it and eat it. Let's do it. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We bless the Sabbath challah. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We bless the Sabbath challah. B'te'avon, go ahead and eat it. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I love how we get to enjoy sweet things and things that we love to eat and drink while we're welcoming in Shabbat and the lights. Thank you all for joining me with that one. All right. So this next part of our service, we're going to sing the Torah Shema, and let's see if I can get my background to show you the ark. Here we go. The ark, okay, which you see behind me now. So normally when we would open this up, we would have, what's inside of there? Can anybody tell me? Yeah? Seltzers?
Torah.
Torah. Yes, very good. We've got the Torah in there. All right. So we're going to sing a special Shema that the Torah. So we're going to share the graphic with you too, so you can see the words up on the screen. All right. So please, even though you're on mute, please join me for the Shema, the Shema that we do for the Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. All right, so we're going to do, now normally, we like to parade around with the Torah. We do a hakafah, we circle around with it. But, it's a little different like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to sing a song that I know you guys love to dance along to. So even though you don't have a Torah with you, feel free to please boogie around and dance and show some joy and respect for the Torah by dancing. So feel free to show off your dance moves, and we can all share in that moment together. Tree of Life. All right, thank you for dancing around. That was a fun time. I'm going to put my background back to normal. Now, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about this week's portion. So each week we have a different portion that we like to read from the Torah. And this week's portion is Parashat Naso. And there's a lot of things that happen in this week's portion. For example, it talks about the laws of like the Nazarites, which is this really funky thing that there's a particular group of people who don't cut their hair. I think we can all empathize with that, having a lot of us having spent a long time without cutting our hair over the past year. But I really want to focus on a particular part that's really special of this portion, and that is the priestly benediction. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Is it ringing a bell for anybody? Priestly benediction. Sometimes it's called the threefold blessing or the priestly blessing. It is one of the oldest written, recorded blessings that exists in the world. Right? We, in fact, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Israel, but I think in the museum there, they even have a really, really thousands of years old I think it was on pottery or stone. It was probably on stone, and you can actually even still recognize it if you know the Hebrew. You can recognize that blessing, and it's arrived from thousands of years. So that's really pretty cool. And the words to that blessing are Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, v'yasem lecha shalom. So it's talking about bringing peace and God being gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So God turning towards you. So really beautiful imagery there of God kind of having a closeness, a personal relationship with you. But I do kind of wonder, so that blessing is thousands of years old, right? So if, let's say, we were writing Parashat Naso today, and we live in a very different time than back then. So I wonder, and it can be anything you want, what do you think that blessing would say if it were written today? Does anybody want to take a guess? Like, what do you think is a really cool blessing that speaks to the times that we live in today that you want to wish people? If you had 3 things, 1, 2, and 3, because there are three lines and 3 blessings in there. What are like 3 things that you think you would want to bless somebody with if you were writing it today? Does anybody want to share? And it can be anything. It could be good Wi-Fi. Now, they wouldn't have thought about that back then. Does anybody want to share? What do you think? Yeah? Go ahead.
Maybe one of them could be good health.
One of them would be, is quiet, I can't hear you. What was that?
Good health.
Good health. Yes, that's a great one. And that's not in the original blessing. But yeah, good health, I think, is a really great one to add. And sometimes we have that blessing as part of our blessing for the new month. But I think we should be giving that blessing more often. It's a very important one. Yeah, Owen.
Love.
Love. It doesn't say that exactly. It says grace, graciousness, but I think love is a really important one. Really good job. Yes. Anybody else want to add? What do you think our third one should be? So we're wishing for health, and we're wishing for love, and what's a third
Family.
thing? Family. Family is so important, and not everybody has that. Not everybody has a family who supports them and loves them like they need it. So that's a really beautiful one. Do you want to add one?
The earth.
The earth. Okay, so that the earth is safe, or that the earth is a good place to live, because sometimes the environment is suffering. Is it more like that, or is it more like safety?
Like
Environment.
Environment.
The environment, yeah, that's cool. They probably weren't thinking about that back then when they wrote this blessing. Yeah, go ahead, Leon.
Cookies.
What was
A
that?
very specific one. He said cookies.
Cookies.
A blessing.
The priestly, the Kohanim were not thinking about cookies when they had their blessing. I don't know if cookies existed back then. Man, it's really weird to think about a world that didn't have cookies. They had to have been invented at some point. They may not have been invented yet. You know what's crazy to me is that cookies existed for hundreds of years before anybody thought to put chocolate chips in them. And that's weird to me. I know, right? There were such things as cookies, like way before there were chocolate chip cookies. But I agree with you, Liam. That's an important blessing. Abby, do you want to add anything? Like, what's a blessing that you'd like to wish for people?
She wrote down a Torah.
A Torah, that people have the Torah in their lives. That's beautiful. I love that, because the Torah teaches us so much in life. Okay, so I think we've got let's see, we had health, and then we had love, and then we had family, and the environment, and then we had, then we had cookies, and also Torah. So we've got a 6-fold benediction that we've just come up with here tonight. So the world's going to hear about the 6-fold benediction someday, maybe. But I want to thank you guys for joining me on that one, because that's a really fun collaboration to think of what kind of blessings we want to put in the world. The next song that we're going to sing actually is directly related to what I just was talking about, because this is the family blessing. Now, the family blessing, I know you guys are familiar with this one because we do it every week. I want you to recognize the words in this blessing are actually a translation of the priestly benediction that I was just talking about, right? May God bless you and keep you. May he or she or just God shine God's face upon you and grace you. May God lift God's presence unto you and grant you peace, right? So that is what this benediction, that's what it's all about. So so I want you to and it's really beautiful to think of this blessing in the context of your family, because we want to be blessing each other in our families, and families are such a blessing in the world. They're, you know, the first place that we experience that love and blessing and growth from each other. So please join me. We're going to sing the family blessing. May God bless you and keep you. May he shine his face upon you and grace you. May he lift his presence unto you and grant you peace. May God bless you and keep you. May she shine her face upon you and grace you. May she lift her presence unto you and grant you peace. And grant you peace. I love seeing you guys holding your families close for that one. That's so beautiful. Well, that's mostly it. I mean, it's a pretty short day today, but I'm really glad that we had the discussion on the blessings, because I think it was really cool to hear from you guys. Do you guys, let's see, why don't we open it up if you guys want to share anything else, anything that's happened to you this week that's been a blessing to your lives? Does anybody want to share anything about what's happened this week?
Did
Hopefully
Liam get
does.
any cookies?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Describe the cookies that you ate this week. That would be...
I'm sure you've had some, right?
Popsicles.
Lots of
Yeah,
popsicles.
Ooh, popsicles, yes.
A lot of popsicles. Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mice.
That translation is we're going to get some mice for Quinn's birthday gift was to get some mice. So we're looking forward to picking up our
Yeah,
mice.
Owen, do you want to share something?
My favorite part is my favorite part was playing with my brother.
That's awesome. I love that. You know what was really cool is when I was singing Hine Matov earlier, the exact wording of Hine Matov is Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, when brothers sit together. And I thought it was really beautiful in that moment that you guys were, Owen and Louie, you guys were sitting together in the chair. I'm like, that's exactly what this prayer is saying right now.
Not that Louis
Very
sits
cool.
still very long.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share anything good that's happened this week? I'd love to hear.
Jackson, do you have anything good to share? No.
No, the baseball season, one baseball season ended and another began. So that's exciting.
That is exciting. I love baseball. It's my favorite sport.
He's on the tournament team now, so
Well, good luck.
it's all baseball now.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Abby, do you want to share anything that happened this week with us?
You want to share something?
No.
No.
Oh, that's all right. You can just sit.
Nope.
Sometimes we like to just sit and be peaceful and quiet for
She's
Shabbat.
doing
And that's cool
her,
too.
she's doing her tongue exercises that help her get her words out. So I was
Oh, very nice.
happy. You went to where? Which one? Yeah, she did art. What, this one?
Oh, I love art. That's great.
Show them this. Okay, she did this in school. She had to solve all of the math problems and then put the words, cut out the words and put them where the math problems answers were. And
Oh,
then
yeah, I remember doing activities like that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Very cool.
that
Yeah.
was one of the math problems this week.
It's math and it's motor skills because you're cutting out the stuff too.
Yes, and she's
Oh,
showing
there's the real Kinsey.
they misspelled hula. Which is hula.
Yeah, Liam, did you have something else to share?
Yeah, today at old class for school, I made this.
Let's see it. Oh, wow, that's really great.
It's supposed to be Liam surrounded by things that he loves.
Yeah, I can tell. That looks
That's
great.
very cool.
And then there is my chocolate chip cookie.
There's the chocolate chip cookie. He was just-
Priorities.
Sounds like it's
I
all
like way
about
you
the
think.
chocolate chip cookies with Liam.
We have a lot of discussions about cookies.
Whoa, I see the garlic household has some lightsabers. That's pretty cool. Shabbat
It is
lightsaber battle.
nonstop
It's
over here.
mayhem.
It's
So
nonstop. We have Anakin Skywalker. We've got
Here's the important question. Does it
Hold
make
on,
the
Rabbi.
sounds?
it
It makes the
does, and it
sounds.
lights up.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
we hope he directs his enthusiasm for swinging his lightsaber into a sport like tennis or something. Because
Oh,
right,
sure. Yeah, no, that could definitely translate into other stuff. And by the way, when I was in college, I was a fencer, so that's actually like
Oh,
more
yeah.
We're
normal.
thinking about fencing.
that's right.
It's a great sport.
My
I
nephew
loved it.
started fencing in
Yeah,
Denver. Yeah.
Are there
All right,
fencing
we're gonna ask you about that.
yeah. Feel free
Are
to.
there
I really
fencing
loved it. It was a great time.
That's
It's
cool.
a great sport. All right, so I think we're just about ready to wrap up for today. So I'm gonna sing a goodbye song, but not just goodbye. Until next time. So shalom chaverim. Goodbye, friends. Lehitraot until we see each other again. All right. So feel free to join me on this one. Shalom chaverim. Shalom chaverim. Shalom. Shalom. Lehitraot. Lehitraot. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom, shalom. Lehitraot, lehitraot, shalom, shalom. All right, so we wish you all Shabbat Shalom, a wonderful
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat, and
Shabbat Shalom,
Lehitraot. We'll see you guys next time, all right?
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So good to
Shabbat
see you all.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye.
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 Hey,
Bye.
you know how to
Bye,
do it?
everybody.
Bye. Hit right, you gotta press this one. There you go. Wait, it has to hit leave meeting right here.